Hey, I'm Jay Royster, and today we are meeting with Graham Worth, owner of Common Market, to talk about their new Rock Hill location. So let's check it out. So here we are at Common Market, Rock Hill. Common Market's newest location outside of Charlotte. Graham, thanks for having us today and talking with us about it.
Absolutely, thanks for coming down.
So before we get into talking about Common Market, Rock Hill and your future plans with Common Market, obviously having been an owner of Common Market for several years now, tell us a little bit about yourself and where you are to date.
So I started in nothing remotely related to Common Market. My background's in real estate and finance as well. And it was kind of a happenstance meeting. I was looking to get involved with a small local business in the Charlotte area and searched around for about a year and a half, and had coffee with a friend at the old Common Market in South End. And he knew Blake and Chuck, the owners, pretty well, and he just suggested he'd introduce us. I actually initially met them and they were talking about trying to figure out what they wanted to do with the Common Market as a brand and a company as a whole. The South End store had just been announced that it was being torn down for the redevelopment of the Dimensional Fund Advisors building. And so it was actually a very unique time that we happened to meet then, because Chuck was right about to be 60, Blake was about to be 50, and they were looking for someone else to come in to kind of continue the story, continue the brand. Chuck always said, I don't want to deal with the broken pipes anymore. So they wanted to be involved, they didn't want to be in the day-to-day anymore. So.
Gotcha. Well, selfishly, I've been very happy that you were able to reestablish in South End. I think I'm probably one of your most loyal customers.
Triple platinum customer, that's correct. Yeah.
I'm a regular at the South End location, so I'm glad that you were able to, despite the dimensional deal and being having to relocate, I'm glad you found a new home in South End as well.
Yeah, and I'll say with that area, as a lot of people are familiar with, we signed that lease in August of 2016, and there's been so much growth, even from then to now. That whole area is completely transformed. Not, South End as a whole has, but that corridor has been, it's remarkable what's happened in, just the past couple of years.
So you have South End, you have your Monroe Road, Oakhurst Common Market, and then you also have the Plaza Midwood, which I'm assuming that's the original.
Yep.
You have those three. What was really compelling about the Rock Hill market and expanding outside of Charlotte? This is the first Common Market that's not really an infill location. It is in Rock Hill, but not Charlotte.
So I kind of had a discussion with a guy who's done a lot of food concepts, and one of the pieces of advice he gave me was go where they ain't. And it always resonated with me from a business perspective, because his philosophy was more, you can go out and try to compete with everyone in the hottest area, or you can go to an area that's perhaps underserved and really gain a loyal following from that community or that neighborhood. So that's part of the premise of looking at a market like Rock Hill. We feel like there are a lot of great small businesses here, but I feel like there's a lot of room for growth and a lot of room for a business like ours that offers a lot of different things to the neighborhood and to the community. And that's really important, because we kind of fill a lot of different holes. We're not just a restaurant, we're not just a bottle shop. If you ask someone what Common Market is, the answer is often very different. Some people say, that's where I eat breakfast. Some people say, that's where I buy my beer. Some people, that's where I grab lunch. So that's what's really unique about our business, and we feel like we kind of check a lot of those boxes in the Rock Hill area.
For sure. Well, I know Rock Hill will absolutely, the community here will really embrace this concept. So one of the things that we talk about a lot, and I've been very interested in, you have a very unique background in that you were in commercial real estate. Now you run this business, but you don't look at expansion just from a business standpoint. You also have a real estate play associated with it. You're an investor owner in the deal, but also you're the business owner and operator. So tell us why, moving forward, that's been a focus for you and advantageous to really be an owner, investor, but also a business owner, operator.
Right. I kind of took a step back after we'd opened a couple stores and signed some leases, and realized you have to put a lot of capital in to run these businesses. And I looked at the business as a whole is kind of a rented cash flow stream based on the term left in your lease. So my thought was to try to kind of control your destiny a little more. I always say if you're paying the rent, you're definitely paying the mortgage. So if you can figure out a way to perhaps own the actual building, then you're in control of a lot more aspects of your business, and you're not worried of what can happen in 10 years when the lease is up for renewal, and perhaps your business is kind of pulled out from under you if you don't have a good lease in place. So that's been our focus going forward. The incremental capital needed to own and develop this is definitely more, but the long term, it's a much more stable business for us to know that we are kind of in control of our destiny long term. And then the other benefit with a building like this, it's 15,000 square feet. The idea was to capture the upside of having a common market as an amenity in a development.
And an anchor.
And an anchor, exactly. So we view it as people, we sell the rest of the space as, you get to be beside a common market where you can do all the different things that we offer. So.
And then these other tenants obviously help with the NOI and the cash flow back to the real estate investor side of things. Well, let's talk about moving forward. Obviously, like we said, you operate Monroe Road, Oakhurst, Plaza Midwood, and South End on Tremont. You've got Rock Hill here. So it's a 24/7, 365 job running this business. I mean, it's hands-on. I mean, I asked you the other day on the phone, I said, when was the last time you took a day off?
Yeah.
So it's very hands-on. I know you're very busy, but are there any other future growth plans or expansion plans in the works?
Yeah, so I'm a Raleigh native, so I have always wanted to get into that market. It has been very challenging. I've looked for the past couple of years, and similar to Charlotte, the Raleigh market has been red hot from a commercial and residential side. And so it's really challenging to try to find a unique space that kind of supports our brand, and we don't want to go into a brand new building. It doesn't feel right. So we have some promising outlooks for that market that we'll hopefully be able to kind of get into and elaborate on a little more in the coming months. But I feel pretty good about being able to go into the Triangle market soon.
Well, Graham, thanks for having us today. I know it's going to be a huge hit down here in Rock Hill, and I look forward to continued success for you in the Charlotte market.
Awesome. Thanks so much for coming to visit, Jay. We really appreciate it.
Thanks for watching today. If you're interested in keeping up with the latest developments in Charlotte, make sure to like and subscribe.